Taraji P Henson recently did an interview where
Yes.
she started to cry at one point about what she felt was low wages for her acting roles. She even said that she considered just leaving acting and finding a different career at one point. You know, Taraji?
You know, it's crazy. I've spoken about this before, and my perspective and my opinion will never change because ever since Monique spoke about this stuff, I've sat here and I've said, I'm like, yo, Monique is right. But people want to sit here and bring her down because of what she was saying, probably because of how she said it. But at the end of the day, yo, she was fighting for something that a lot of women should have been fighting for. But a lot of these women were so focused on the wrong shit. I'm dead serious. Like, a lot of people don't get it. Us women, we can come together and get a lot of things done, and we can sit here and fight and get a lot. Yo, I'm telling y'all, like, I gotta find the right words to say it. Like, I know y'all see me because, like, yo, YouTube will sit here and strike you for anything. That's why I'm pausing this because look, I have a right to react to the video. Like, I'm not saying nothing bad. As long as I pause it, as much as I'm doing, I can react to it. I let the link down there. I've dropped the link for anybody that wants to hit it. Oh, y'all can leave y'all comments there. It doesn't matter. Listen, like I said, I always put the link there for anybody that wants to give their opinions, their perspective about what's going on or what's being said in the live. Like, and I'm starting to say it. Like I've been saying it for the past couple of days. Yo, listen, don't wait for me to get off of a live for me, for you to sit here, DM me or email me about something that was said during the live. Like, yo, say it right there. Leave your chat, leave your comments down below. Unless you're not disrespectful, your comments gonna stay. Like, don't wait. Don't tell me about people. Don't tell me who you don't like. None of that. Who you don't like has nothing to do with me. So I always leave the link there. This is a podcast. Speak your mind.
We have been in each other's company, yes.
Okay.
We both are in Think Like a Man too.
Okay, right.
We made a movie.
You being an actress as well, what is your take on this?
I think every woman, especially ethnic women, Black, Latina, specifically, I think every woman in every field of every job is underpaid.
Okay.
I know that in
big facts, and what a lot of people don't realize, the men do get paid more than women. That's why I said these women got the right idea. It's the route they took to deliver this message. Like, yo, if we really wanted to, we can come together and put our ideas to the table and bring a lot of resolutions. But us females is too busy beefing and doing this and doing that I don't know. I don't know what's up with a lot of women nowadays. Like, yo, y'all don't get it. We got all this power in the palms of our hands. And what we doing with it? Doing all the wrong shit with it.
Comedy, the men oftentimes are making more money than the women because, number one, they can. Number two, they get on the golf course and circle jerk and smoke cigars and get together and make deals amongst each other. Women aren't there for that. Even if you're a buddy of theirs, they can do more shows because they are in fact men and they've got women home holding it down for them. So rather than do 4 shows in a week, maybe they can do 7, maybe they can do 12 or even 11 or whatever like that, and make more money, like I'm talking about in the clubs, than per se a woman who actually is probably alone, because the men in the field always got somebody to they can always get a girlfriend or a wife, but us women, we don't. Subsequently, the fact that we're getting underpaid make, you talk about women, we got attitude and all this kind of stuff. You work just as hard, if not harder. And Taraji should be making Meryl Streep money. She should be. She's a great actress. She's done the Black Circuit movies, and then she's done some, Benjamin Button mainstream, she's done some great shit. She's
Yes,
a
she
great
has.
fucking actress. Her, Angela Bassett, Cheryl Lee Ralph, they should be making the top.
Look how long it took for them to give Angela Bassett an award. Like, she should have been recognized. I've always said that. Like, why it took them so long to recognize Angela Bassett? Like, she is such a great actress. It took them forever. That's a fact. That's a fact, Joe. Which shouldn't be the case. We should support. That's a fact. I've been preaching that for the longest. And what's crazy is one little thing, right? After a lot of us females get together, the smallest little thing could break the group up. And they say, men, their group could hold on longer when they're coming together for something than what a group of females can. It's messed up, fucked up to say, and a lot of women don't want to hear it. But we need to sit here and realize that sometimes our shit stinks. As smart as we are, we sit here, we fucking up. And I'm not saying everybody. I'm just speaking in general. And if that shoe fits, hey, wear that itch.
Dollar. In accordance with some of these male actors and top white female actresses. Monique spoke on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
See?
it was her delivery. It wasn't really what she.
I'm so glad she said it because I've been saying it for the longest. Monique spoke on it. Monique was the first woman to speak on it. And because of how she made that delivery, she got so much lashback. Instead of the women sitting here like, yo, okay, Monique, we get your point. No, they wanted to beef. But look now is a case where a lot of women going to have to come together for this. Because see, where I think a lot of women fuck up is at, right? They talking about equal rights this, equal rights that. But if we want to be as equal as a man, right? I understand the whole, the whole situation, the whole problem. But if we want to be as equal as a man, like, yo, that don't mean sitting here acting just like a man, dressing like a man, thinking that we men. Like, you see where I'm coming? Like, the movie's called Think Like a Man, not Be a Man. And that's the problem with a lot of women. And a lot of women get mad when this shit is being said to them. Like, yo, you trying to be just like a man. Like, I don't mind being strong. I don't mind doing none of that. I don't mind being the leader of my household and all this shit. But I'm going to sit here and admit that my man is the one that sits here and helps me build. And I'm helping him build. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, how can I say, that belittle the man that's sitting here helping me. Because that's what's going on a lot too. Like, a lot of these women wanting to become in power, like they sit here and they try to belittle these men and try to become better than this man, be better than you, be a better woman than what you was yesterday. If you're trying to prove a point, prove it. Don't sit, because it's not what we say, it's how we say it. And Monique kind of fucked up. She had a great message. She made a great point, but the way she went about the situation.
What she was saying was correct. It's just her
See?
delivery, and people was just not feeling her at the time. But
See?
yeah, I think she has a point, and it's good to show the frustration because everything is not, a joke. Like this shit is serious. That's what we went on strike for, and everything is to get your money up.
X.
And if she works just as hard as another male actor, then there's levels to the shit though, like she may not make Denzel money, but she should definitely make, Pauly Shore money or whatever.
Well, I mean, according to the internet, has a net worth of about 12 million, which is not bad. It's a nice chunk of change.
That's still just a percentage of what she really made,
right? But let me be the bad guy here, because I'm always approaching this from a business standpoint. Okay. You've done lots of movies. Before you do the movie, you negotiate a fee for your acting in that movie, right? Once the acting is done, you get your check. Now, every deal is different.
And your residuals.
Right, you get residuals off the movie.
Yeah.
Right? So if the movie blows up...
Forever.
Yeah, if the movie blows up, you will get a piece of that movie, and depending on what you negotiate, that may
Right.
be a
You
big
get
piece or it
points
might be
or-
a
yeah.
small piece. Okay. Now, I run, a business where some of my guests get paid as well, right? We work out an appearance fee. They come in, they do the interview, they get a check. If the interview does well, cool. But if it doesn't do well, they get their check. In all the years I've ever done business or seen business, I've seen people get upset because they got paid a certain amount of money and then the project does well and they felt, oh, well, I should have gotten more money. But I've never, ever seen someone say, wow, I got paid this amount and the project you worked on bombed and you lost money. Let me give you some of the money back because I've contributed to this loss of yours. Maybe my acting wasn't on point or whatever else. I've never seen an artist get signed to a label, bomb, and then give back their advance.
Well, you won't because that's unrealistic. 'cause
It's
that would never happen.
unrealistic, but I'm saying it can't go both ways. You can't complain that you didn't get as much when it does well, but then say, well, that's your problem when it does badly. And
Facts.
Well, like us in comedy, I've seen comics that come and bomb and still get paid. Why did you get paid?
but it doesn't matter if they bomb or
Okay.
not, as long as there's asses in the seats.
Right.
As long as they
shit.
sell out
Facts.
that
That's
venue,
right.
it doesn't matter.
That's why even
Now,
shit
those
comics.
people may not come.
Now, facts. He made a point. Oh shit! Now he made a point. Damn, stupid StreamYard. I'm trying to.
From
back and see 'em
Instagram
again.
get hired because they can fill the
They
club.
can fill the seats.
Now, whether the audience
If you
enjoy
fill
it
the
or not,
seats, I'm saying, well, but you get your money even before you fill the seats, right? I mean, do you ever do comedy shows that's
Sometimes.
based on the amount of people that show up after the fact?
sometimes it's different.
Okay, sometimes it's a little different, but as a whole, if you have a guaranteed fee, if that project loses money, and let me tell you, I've done a lot of interviews that have lost money. Here's a big guest. I'm thinking it's going to do well. They do their job. They come in, they answer all the questions, whatever else. The interview ends up maybe getting 1 million views total. And once you count the appearance fee, the booking fee, the studio, the cameraman, the editing, I'm in the hole.
Shit. If it's like that, I will never interview a celebrity. I'll stick to my hood interviews. Like, hey, we need things done around here. What you think needs to be done? Because I got to figure out the questions. Right now, I don't know. But y'all get my point. Like, screw that. Like, yo, I'm going to be fucked up. Like, no, hey, yo, you want to build with me? Like, let's do this together. Like, no, that shit is crazy. I wonder how much how much a celebrity would charge to get an interview like with Vlad TV or with like No Jumper or any of these bloggers that are on here. Like, I wonder.
Times for 5 figures. I can't ask that person for some money back. I got to hold that.
You got to charge to the game.
I got to charge you to the game. Do you know who doesn't complain about getting the short end of the stick?
Me.
Hey, she said me. Hold on. I gotta go back to that. But Lonnie just made me laugh. Yo, because you know what's crazy? I don't blame Lonnie for that because Taraji had a chance to speak up, and it's kind of like, yo, you doing it now because of what happened with Oprah, and I understand the situation, but when people were speaking about this back then, where are the women at? Where were all the women at? I felt as though like, okay, she must be getting paid good because ain't nobody standing up for the let's get the women paid equally as men, right? I mean, maybe I'm tripping on what I'm saying right now, but where were the women at now? So, I mean, I understand. I feel as though because Taraji's a little bigger than Monique, a lot of people are jumping now, like, oh shit, Taraji. But hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But before Monique, before Taraji, there were women speaking on this. There were women fighting for equal rights for women, for the women to get paid as equal as the men. Remember when the shit was happening? What was it? I don't want to say it right. NWNBA, whatever, the women's basketball team. Like I don't know what it's called. I don't get me the line. I don't watch sports. I've just heard about it. I guess he's done good with Lil Boozy. Yep. I think he has. Haha, but I agree. Before you do the job, there's a contract you personally negotiate and made regardless of how the movie does. That's a fact. That's a fact right there. So a lot of this is confusing, but I get the whole point, the whole purpose of, paying women to, getting women to get paid. But what's got me messed up is, right, I don't want to sit here and get treated the same way as a man because I'm not a man. I want to get treated as a woman. Like I'm already having a hard time trying to, fit in my head and understand these men that think that are women, these men that are out here fighting as women, the men that are out here trying to take the men from the women. So it's kind of like, I don't want to be treated just like a man, but I do want to get, my rights out there. Like, yeah, I want to get paid as equally as you if I'm doing a job as hard as you and I'm completing it and I'm doing this and I deserve I deserve my rights. I deserve what I've worked for. Like, I'm not going to sit here and me and him did the same job, right? But just because he's a man and we did the same amount of hours, right? And I put in just as much as work as he did, or probably a little more, he's still getting paid more than me. And I get the point. But for that to work, we have to sit here and do something about it and not bitch and fight about it. Like, we're sitting here for equal rights, not sitting here trying to be more than a man, because some of us females take it overboard. And I'm sorry to say it, like, you out here, they say think like a man and act like a lady. They don't say be a man and act like a lady. Like, what the hell? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bring any female down, but some of y'all really do take it overboard. Y'all out here fighting men, acting like men, trying to like do the things like the men do. Like, no, that don't mean that. Like, let's get our shit right. Let's get our morals on. Like, let's respect ourselves as women in order to get this done. We don't gotta act like fools out here. Like, for real, for real. I'm trying to say it the nicest way because I've been striked on YouTube for certain words, that I've said. So I'm hoping that this is the nicest that I can say it and it doesn't go over people's head or underneath their heads. Like, yo, because I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Booking fee, the studio, the cameraman, the editing, I'm in the hole. Sometimes for 5 figures. I can't ask that person for some money back. I got to hold that.
You got to charge to the game.
I got to charge you to the game. Do you know who doesn't complain about getting the short end of the stick?
He said 5 figures, though. Like, you think I'm a pay somebody to be on my podcast? 5 figures? Like, yo, 5 figures. Like, right now, the house that I'm in was given to me by my mama. Shit. And before I had this house, I was sitting here paying a stack in rent. Like $1,000 in rent. Man, I'll really be homeless. Like, I'll be one of those. Like, yo, I decided to sit here and be a fanatic. And for some reason, I don't know why I was so stupid. I just wanted to interview the celebrity so bad, but I had to thinking that I was gonna get money. I had to pay the celebrity and pay. Nah, man. I'll stick to my hood podcasting. Let's interview the people in the hood.
Me.
The person who owns the stick.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is that for years, and I've, they do their job. They come in, they answer all the questions, whatever else. The interview ends up maybe getting 1 million views total. And once you count the appearance fee, the booking fee, the studio, the cameraman, the editing, I'm in the hole. Sometimes for 5 figures.
That's a lot.
I can't ask that person for some money back. I got to hold that.
You got to charge to the game.
I got to charge you to the game. Do you know who doesn't complain about getting the short end of the stick?
Me.
The person who owns the stick.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is that for years, and I've argued with people, like the Hughes brothers and stuff like that. It's like, why do people, actors, directors, whatever, constantly complain that they're not getting paid what they feel they should get paid when they could do their own projects, and they've always been able to do their own projects?
That's a good question. And what's crazy is that's what Cat Williams was talking about on how Ice Cube get his money. He made it like people was complaining about how much Ice Cube paid for when, the first Friday came out and stuff like that. And man, that movie was so good. I didn't even know that movie was a low budget film. So it's kind of like crazy. Like, you're going to get paid. Like, you should know. Like, Cat Williams was like, I didn't complain. I didn't really hear him complain, but you heard a lot of people complain about it. But you knew what you was going to get paid, and then you knew that Ice Cube was just starting off. It's just crazy. It makes no sense. Like, to me, a lot of this stuff. So yeah, that's why I laugh and I agree with Lonnie. Like she makes a good point. And by the way, if y'all haven't checked Lonnie out, go make sure y'all check out Lonnie. Make sure y'all sub up to Lonnie. Like, listen, man. I don't know if Lonnie gonna get back to it or not, but she is a little bit like Lonnie be funny as hell. Like I'm gonna start calling her channel welcome to Tea Time with Empress Lonnie One Love. Because that's what it is. It's kind of like watching Lovely Tea and all of them like Nick at Night, but she kind of does YouTube gossip. It's a mixture of everything: celebrities, bloggers, YouTubers. So yeah, she's funny. If you haven't subbed up to Lonnie, make sure you do. Lonnie, if you can. I don't know if you have left your link there, but you can drop it.
Michael Jai White, my friend, who just was on here, he said, okay, you don't want to hire me for action movies? I'll do that. I'll Johnny Black myself. I'll write it, direct it, get a few investors. Taraji doesn't know any millionaires that'll throw a little bit of money into a project that she wants to do. Seriously. It just annoys me because very few actors actually do their own films. And why is that? I have yet to hear a great explanation for this.
I can't tell you.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's one good question that Vlad TV has asked right now. Like, why don't they? A lot of them have made good money to the point where I think they can make their own movies. So why not? Why not come up with and then get the funds from? Because it's crazy. Who was it? There was Cat Williams was talking about it on how they get the funds and come together to make these movies. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Like yo, listen, man. Hate this man or not? I don't know him to hate him. I don't know him to love him. I just know that he interviews celebrities. That's it. So listen, hate him or not, he made a great point right here, and it's a good question to ask a lot of these celebrities. Like, why can't they make their own movies? I know damn well if a lot of us had the money in our pockets and we wanted to make our own movie, we would sit here and do it that way. We would, find ways to sit here and get producers together and get the money together and boom, boom, we got the movie, boom. Like, I don't get it. Ice Cube is a big example of that being done.
There you go. Thank you. I've proven my point.
Because I'm not in that position.
Okay.
If I was in that position, I'd be able to speak on that. I'm not in that position. I hope to be. I do have ideas and projects that I want to do too. But like you say, it takes a lot.
Well,
and you got to have dependable people. You got to pay this one. You got to pay that. Blah, 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 blah.
It takes a lot, but you could also do it for not a lot.
Yeah, you can.
You could film a whole film on your iPhone. You could call in, so many people. Like,
you're not lying. This man spitting some gems out there for those of y'all that you can. Like, I've seen my oldest son try to work on that, and he was working on coding when he was on the private school. Right now, he's in Virginia with his aunt and stuff like that. But when he was doing the coding stuff, they was teaching him how to do film and all that. And look, he loved them iPhones for a reason, and it's because of that. And what's crazy is I can make a whole movie on my Android. A little more difficult than an iPhone because I've seen how they do it, but me and iPhones don't get along, man. Screw that.
Like, you think that if you ask Cat Williams to do a couple of speaking roles in your upcoming film, he would charge you? Seriously.
I don't.
Yeah. He'll just show up because he's your friend. You know everybody. You could have 1 million cameos all for free. You could ask me to come, play a role. I'll just do it just to be part of it.
Yeah, I'm not complaining though. I'm not one of the ones complaining.
You're not one of the ones complaining. Out of all the films you've done, what was the most you've ever gotten for?
Borat, no doubt. Straight
Borat.
Up. No, not without question. Still to this day.
Can you say how much or no?
Oh, definitely over $1 million.
You got over $1 million for Borat?
Yeah, because the first check I ever got for Borat was $167,000 some odd.
That was a good movie, y'all. And I don't know if that's good, how much she got paid, but that's not bad. Like, if I didn't have no kids and that would have been my first movie right there, I would have thought about investing that first paycheck into a business. And what's crazy is the first thing I would have invested that check into would have been a community center. Because, for the longest, I've been wanting to open up a community center with all the ideas that I have. And I swear that if I had the funds right now, I would do it. Like it's a matter of investing, and people don't get that. It's like when you in the streets, a lot of these people don't get it. Like y'all out there, y'all hustling, y'all doing what y'all doing, right? But a lot of y'all make all this money and still stay in the game. Keep getting locked up and losing this money, blah, blah. Listen, no matter how you say, oh, I'm gonna make it right back. But what's the point when you can sit here and invest all this money you made, right, into something that you really want to do? But a lot of people get into that game and don't know how to come out of it.
$5, the first one.
And it just kept coming. For
And the movie's 15 years old.
Aha.
And I
Damn.
still get residuals in the 4 figures.
And you're not even the star of that movie.
No, but there's only 5 people to pay.
I got you. Right.
That's why. Damn, there were only 5 people. I just realized that. Damn, 5 people. No wonder she got over $1 million for that movie. And that John made money. Like, that was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, for those of y'all that haven't checked it, I would suggest Google it and watch it. And y'all let Shorty know if y'all think it's a good movie or not. To me, it was. Listen, I like Luenell, so to each his own.
See?
But I'm sure what was Borat's real name?
Sasha
Cohen.
Sasha Baron Cohen.
Baron Cohen. I'm sure his check is nice.
Way more. What? Humongous.
Did he do that project himself, or did he go through a big studio?
I don't remember. I think he probably did it.
Wasn't much to do. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it
we
was
had
like,
to go to Romania and shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't a Marvel movie.
No.
You know, I mean, there's no CGI.
But it was nominated for an Academy Award.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And here's an example of someone that said, I just do it myself.
Yeah, he had been doing his brand anyway, right?
Exactly.
And so,
like, for example, Terrence Howard said he only got $12,000 for Hustle and Flow.
Well, at that time, I mean, what was that? How old is that movie now?
In the 90s, I think.
$12,000 then, and $12,000.
2005, sorry. 2005.
18 years ago.
Yeah, it was a good film. It was an independent film, though.
Yeah.
It had, let me see,
I liked that movie. I didn't even know it was a low budget film once again. And it was something that Terrence Howard did, and he's not lying. But I didn't know it was a low budget film.
Total budget of $2.8 million.
Taraji once again.
Yes, Taraji once again. Exactly. Annalise Neal, Paula J. Parker.
Anthony Anderson.
There were some, and Anthony Anderson is one he funny as hell to me. I don't know about y'all, but I think Anthony Anderson funny as hell.
John Singleton had his hands in it. Yeah, it cost $2.8 million and it made $23.5 million at the box office.
And by the way, sidebar, back when you was asking me about the wage disparity when we were talking about Taraji in the beginning, and I went off on this tangent about the men and the women and shit. That's because just I had edible and I got off track for a minute. Just want to let you know.
Oh, good.
I acknowledge that.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen. There has never been a better time to create independent.
Why we gotta blame the edibles? Why we blaming the edibles? Come on, Luenell. It wasn't the edibles. You wanted to say that. I'm just playing.
Projects, whether it's video, movies,
I agree,
music, whatever, plays, whatever else. Like, I remember when I first got into the video business, my first project was the documentary Ghost Ride the Whip, right? Which you watched it, right?
About the Oakland?
About the hyphen movement.
Yeah,
exactly. Everyone in Oakland watched it. You know what I'm saying? Town business. So I remember I got $25,000 for that project, and I never saw a residual check ever in life. I think it was on Netflix at one point, and I think it was on BT at one point. And their thing was like, "Oh, we haven't recouped yet."
I can top that.
How's that?
The movie that the Cat Tour made, American Hustle, I was Pimp Chronicles tour. It was me, Red Grant, Melanie Camacho, and Cat. The tour was so popular, we made a movie, American Hustle, right? It was about road tripping and doing comedy and ending up at the Ari Crown Theater in Chicago. We didn't get paid. I went to SAG to sue these motherfuckers. The company disbanded.
Right.
everybody took their money and ran. We ain't seen them since.
Yeah.
And that movie was hugely popular. DVD sales and all that kind of stuff. We
Yeah.
ain't got no money for
Yeah.
that.
Now listen,
We're owed a lot of money for
yeah,
that.
I feel your pain. I worked my ass off on this documentary for like 4 months, like literally in the editing bay every night with my man David Wilson. Like literally, no, move this, move. Okay, we're gonna go shoot some more. Oh, fly over here to move this, that. Oh, it's a great project. 25 grand, never residual, ever. And at the time, I was launching Vlad TV on YouTube. There wasn't a lot of people on YouTube at the time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on this. I'm just gonna do this because at least I know the accounting is gonna be straight. YouTube ain't gonna rob me on the accounting. And I'm not going to make a lot of money in the beginning, but I will own everything. And over time, I was like, what I'm making, I think is dope. And over time, it's going to become more and more valuable. And I was right. And to this day, I have not done any movies. I mean, I did the Boondocks. I get my little $1.50 residual check every so often. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, he came out in the Boondocks? I didn't even know. What part of the Boondocks? I mean, what season?
I do little things here and there. But I've never really approached any of these Hollywood companies to do anything because I'm like, I'd rather just do it myself and own it and not complain that I'm not getting paid what I think I should be paid because I own it. And when people come to me, they want to use it, they got to pay. I don't license for anything for less than 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you don't like it, go somewhere else. I'm the only one that has it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's more than what you expected to pay. That's your problem. That's not mine. And really, that's what the studios have been doing this whole time. They've been just paying for everything and owning everything. And sometimes it does well, sometimes it does bad. But over time, as long as you have good projects with good people, they will make money and so forth. So I feel that everyone who's complaining that feels that it's unfair, I don't understand why they're not doing it themselves.
That's a very good question, a very good point.
Thank you.
Once again, I don't know anything about that because I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm fine. You know, I'm fine with everything that's going on in my life right now.
But you also do stand up as well as acting. I feel like acting is probably secondary in terms of your overall revenue.
Yes, stand up for me is first, and probably theater for me would be second because of the audience interaction.
Yeah.
Then television I like third because we get rehearsal before we film. And movies is the last thing that I like to do because you got to show up and they start shooting like, well, help me, wait a minute, you know. And it'll take a year for a movie to come out. And
right,
just a drag.